The 3 steps to real estate wealth. It's that simple if you follow these steps. That's today's show. Let's dive into it. Hey everyone, welcome into the Investing in Real Estate show. I'm Clayton Morris. We have thousands of homes and own many dozens of properties and have been a real estate investor for about 10, 11 years now, give or take, and I've gone through the ringer, trust me. I have started with nothing, made all kinds of mistakes way back in the beginning, in speculative real estate, which is something that we would never want to do again, and now fully buy and hold real estate. That's what this show is all about, using buy and hold real estate. That's the vehicle that we use in order to build fantastic wealth. It's not sexy. It's actually pretty boring. It's just 4 walls and a roof, but it is the number one way to build wealth. So today on the show, I want to talk about the 3 simple steps to build real estate wealth. And it is honestly this simple. Now, you might be a person out there who has all 3 of these things at your disposal, and that's great. That's wonderful, right? But most of you will not. Many of you, though, will have 1 of these things at your disposal. Now, if you don't have any of these things at your disposal, then you got some extra work you got to do. And it also depends on how hungry you are to become a real estate investor. How hungry are you? I knew I was incredibly hungry. Once I knew that real estate investing was the number one way to build wealth, I just devoured anything I could. And by the way, it's all here on this channel. Like, everything I've learned is here for free for you to take action on your own. So, I was super hungry when I got started in real estate investing, and I wanted it. And I was not going to wait 20 years in order to build wealth. I was able to retire at 40 years old from my day job, thanks to real estate investing. That's the context of which I speak to you today. So, 3 things. Now, again, no particular order. And again, you may have access to 1, 2 of these things, probably not 3. But maybe, hey, God bless you. If you've got 3 of these things, wonderful. Let's dive into all 3 of them. People, money, and the deal. That's it. And I've heard different iterations of this throughout the years in my investing. That's it. It's what it comes down to. People, money, or access to a deal, a real estate deal. Okay, so let's dive into each of these separately. So let's start with people. Dun, dun, dun. People. All real estate is people. Every piece of real estate is people. From the contractors you work with, I've got an enormous team. When we renovate our properties for our clients, I've got so many crews. I mean, when you see the photos from our rehabs pouring into our team, I've got this crew is sending in photos. This one job is done. So people, right? Contractors, landlords, tenants, property management teams, the county assessor's office, the county recorder's office, your title company, realtors, God knows, right? People are at every part of this process. There are also people that have money, right? Bankers, friends that have money that don't know what to do with it. Doctors that doctors, and we joke with doctors who are our clients, they're like, look, I'm terrible with money. They spent 13 years in school. They know how to operate on a brain, but they don't know how to build financial wealth. They have no financial education at all. So doctors that have money that don't know what to do with it. So people are an essential part of building real estate wealth. So you might know a lot of people. That's great. If you don't, you need to go out and find people in order to raise money, in order to start investing in real estate. So if you have no money, create some friends. Go out to local real estate meetup groups. This is what I like to say. So go to a local real estate meetup. You just go to meetup.com and you can look for a local real estate meetup in your neck of the woods. They're probably all over the country. Or if that's not your cup of tea, just start networking with people, friends that you know from work. Are you interested in real estate investing? Let's go have a cup of coffee and talk about it. Become friends. We have a lot of clients that became friends with other clients and actually formed businesses together and started buying properties together. And that's incredibly exciting. That's how it happens. I know that when I first started in real estate investing, I would go to local meetups in Orlando and then again in New Jersey, and I would meet people. We'd have discussions, and you're going to find realtors there. You're going to find contractors there. You're going to find bankers there, hard money lenders there. You're going to find all sorts of people. Guess what? Bring a pen, take their business cards with you, and write down a little note about each person that you met, and then reach out to that person later. Take them out for coffee. Have discussions with them. These people could have money available that when you have a deal, you bring it to this individual and then they will give you money. So again, you might only have one of these pieces. If people is what you have, great. Now you've got the people portion of this. Now you need to go find the deal. So how do you find deals? Well, deals are probably the hardest part of this entire puzzle. Now you could work with, and this is not me patting myself on the back, but you could work with like a turnkey real estate provider. You could find a great realtor in your neck of the woods that's going to work with you, who's going to bring you deals. It's very difficult to find deals from realtors. You have to really, understand. You have to find realtors that understand investors. Most realtors service the retail market. That is, the first-time home buyer or the husband and wife with 3 kids. That's usually what realtors service, and they do a great job of it. I know when we sold our house 2 years ago, we used a realtor because, as an investor, I don't know how to market my house, put signs in the yard and do open houses. I'm a real estate investor. I buy crappy houses that I rip apart and place tenants in. I don't know anything about staging a house with plants and all that kind of stuff. That's not my cup of tea. So, to find a deal, you could jump on Craigslist, start making phone calls in the for sale by owner section, and just make hundreds of phone calls until you find a deal where someone's willing to make you, willing to say, yes, I will agree to that price. Hey, it needs $30,000 worth of work, so I'm going to lower my price a little bit. Now, guess what? You suddenly have a deal. Now you have the people that you met, right? You've made those relationships with the people. Now all you need is the money. So now that you have the deal, you can go to those people, put together a nice little binder, and I have a whole private money series here on our YouTube channel that it describes specifically how to put together a presentation. So you want to check out that entire playlist because we break it down point by point. So now that you have that deal, you could present it to your people, and guess what? You suddenly might have investors who are willing to put $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 into your deal. Now you have the money. So here's the key. If you have a deal, money will always come. Money will always come. The properties that I buy, and we'll buy many at a time because we're buying a lot of them, and then we have to rip them apart, right? As best each of them are different, and then we're placing a tenant in it. I've got great deals, and therefore investors come to us, right? So when you have a great deal, then people will want to put their money to work. And here's the bottom line, honestly. There is so much money out there available right now. So many people have so much money, they don't know what to do with it. And they're making minimal returns. If you have a great deal that you can bring to an investment group, 5 people, right? You go to 5 people, or 1 person, or two people, 3 people. Keep it small. Don't get 50 people. Keep a small group. That way it's not too many cooks in the kitchen, so to speak. And guess what? Those people are going to want to put their money to work. If they're making 2% in the stock market, 3% in the stock market, they're going to want to come to you, and you're going to be able to get them 8%, 9%, maybe 10%, 11%, 12%, mind-blowing numbers, right? Even 6% for someone who's only making 2% is pretty damn good. So people want their money to be working for them. And a lot of people are sitting on a lot of cash that they don't know what to do with it. They don't want to put it in the stock market because of the weird volatility. They don't know about Bitcoin because it just plummeted by a ridiculous percentage, and now it's down to about $6,000. Whatever, it goes up and down and up and down. It's all over the place because all these countries like South Korea, are saying we might be getting rid of cryptocurrency. So there's all this volatility. Real estate is the number one way to build wealth. It's the most stable, it's the longest performing, and it's a tangible asset. So when real estate is performing at a great level, you can bring that deal to people and they are going to send you money. They're going to be willing to make a great return on your investment. Now don't overthink all of the other pieces of this, which is, okay, well, how do I put together a mortgage note for these people? How do I structure this? That'll come. Don't put the cart before the horse. But you've got to get 2 out of these 3 things. If you've got a deal, which is the hardest piece to find, go find the people Okay, your friends, start with your circle, right? Start with your doctor friends, your lawyer friends, the people that you know that were smart with money but would like to make a better return, okay? Go to your local group meetings. There's so many opportunities out there. Go to your circle of influence on LinkedIn and find those friends that are willing to be a part of a real estate deal. And then the money will come. The money will come. Now, if you've got the money and you've got the deal, then you don't really need the people, right? But you could. You could then not have a lot of your own money in the deal and use other people's money. See, these are the three key areas on how to build wealth in real estate. Those three. And if you master two of them, you can build enormous wealth in real estate. That's how I did it. And that's how smart real estate investors who've taught me have also done it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, and please, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't already, please hit subscribe and share this with your friend. I really, really appreciate it. And seriously, leave your comments in the thread below. And we always dive in and have discussions. You guys are very thoughtful and kind in your discussions around real estate and wealth building. And we publish this show multiple times per week. Now go out there, take action, become a real estate investor. It's the #1 way to build wealth. We'll see you next time.